Let's talk all things push-ups, form, regressions, progressions. Let's go into it. So for a push-up, we want to make sure that our hands are just slightly outside of our shoulders. We want to make sure that we put our arms into an arrow position, not a T position. So as you can see, my arms actually look like an arrow. Now, as far as regressions go, it's totally fine and normal to need to use regressions. We'll start off with the incline push-up. This one you're going to use against the wall. The more vertical you get, the easier it will be. For this one, you want to have your heels off the floor, slowly lowering yourself back down. Here, we're moving to a slightly lower incline, but still an incline. You can see that I'm still making sure that I use proper form, slowly lowering myself down, maintaining control throughout. This one will be a little bit harder than against the wall. Next, we'll move on to our next regression, aka it's still easier than a regular push-up. This one will be a band supported. So you're going to put a band right above your elbows, and the resistance of the band will actually help you push back up. Next, we're moving on to the lay down or Superman push-up. For this one, you're going to simply lower yourself all the way down onto the floor, then actually take a break there at the bottom. Then before you push back up, make sure that you fully engage and brace through your core. And then we want to rise back up and push up with our entire body maintaining that plank-like position as it comes up. That's one thing that you'll want to watch out for even as you move on to a standard push-up, is making sure that your upper and lower body are both moving, not just one or the other. Now let's move on to our progressions, aka how to make a push-up harder. So this one is a band resisted push-up. So this actually is going to make it more difficult because that band is going to push down on you. Next, we'll look at a weight resisted, aka you can use a plate, you can use any kind of weight that you prefer. I like the plates, they're a little bit easier to balance. Next, we'll talk about one that's not necessarily a one-for-one progression, but explosive push-ups can definitely be more difficult. It depends on what you're looking to improve though here. Finally, two fun little push-ups. This is called a Pike push-up. This one is a regression to a standing push-up, which we'll look at next. For this one, you're going to be lowering down onto the floor. Finally, we're going to look at that handstand push-up. You can do this against a wall, or if you can do it, you can just do a standing handstand push-up.